This episode is presented to you in the form of an audiobook. Picture this, a few months from now, and you're living the life you've always dreamed of. The career, the health, the relationships, they're all exactly where you want them to be. But here's the twist. Instead of taking decades to get here, you figured out how to achieve it in a fraction of the time. Sounds impossible? It's not. The truth is, most people waste years chasing their goals the wrong way, trying hard but not smart, stuck in endless loops of frustration and regret. They work tirelessly without seeing results, not because they lack effort, but because they lack the system I'm about to share with you. What if there was a way to avoid those wasted years? To take proven steps that get you closer to your goals without the painful detours and dead ends? This isn't about shortcuts that skip the hard work. It's about smart cuts that amplify your results. The illusion of someday. If you've ever said, "I'll do it someday," you're playing a dangerous game. Someday is a seductive thief, robbing you of your most precious resource, time. James Clear, in his best-selling book, Atomic Habits, explains how small, consistent actions compound over time. He writes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." What does this mean? It means dreaming about your goals isn't enough. You need a roadmap, a system. Let's break it down. Step 1. Define your destination. Imagine you're on a road trip. You wouldn't just drive aimlessly and hope you end up somewhere nice, right? Yet, that's how many people approach their lives. In The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. Covey suggests imagining your 80th birthday and asking, "What do I want people to say about my life?" It's a sobering exercise, but one that can reveal what truly matters. So, take a moment. Define your goals clearly. Not just "I want to be rich," but "I want to earn $100,000 a year doing work I love by 2026. Specificity creates clarity, and clarity leads to action. Step 2. Reverse engineer success. Once you know where you're going, it's time to map the path. Here's a trick. Find someone who's already where you want to be and study them like a hawk. Take inspiration from The Social Network, the movie about Facebook's rise. Mark Zuckerberg didn't just dream of building the world's biggest social media platform. He reverse engineered it, starting with Harvard's student directory and expanding step by step. Success leaves clues. Whether it's a mentor, a biography, or a podcast, find the breadcrumbs left by those who've walked the path before you. Step 3. Break it down. Big goals can feel overwhelming, like standing at the base of a massive mountain. That's why you need to chunk them into bite-sized pieces. In her book, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, Angela Duckworth highlights the importance of setting smart goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start with, write 500 words every morning for the next 30 days. Small wins build momentum, and momentum is your best friend. Step 4. Eliminate distractions. Distractions are dream killers, plain and simple. Social media, endless Netflix binges, and mindless scrolling might seem harmless, but they're stealthily stealing your future. Think of The Matrix. Neo had to choose: stay in the illusion or wake up to reality. What's your distraction matrix? Identify it and break free. One powerful strategy is the Eisenhower Matrix, a tool President Eisenhower used to prioritize tasks. Divide your activities into 4 quadrants. 1. Urgent and important. 2. Not urgent, but important. 3. Urgent but not important. 4. Neither urgent nor important. Spend most of your time in Quadrant 2, focusing on important but non-urgent activities like planning, learning, and building relationships, and tackling Quadrant 1, urgent and important tasks as soon as possible is critical, because these tasks are often time-sensitive and have serious consequences if neglected. Step 5. Embrace the power of consistency. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Let's borrow from a classic movie, The Karate Kid. Mr. Miyagi's famous wax-on, wax-off method taught Daniel discipline through repetition. Your journey to success works the same way. Daily actions, even small ones, are the secret sauce. Whether it's hitting the gym, saving money, or learning a skill, commit to showing up every day. Step 6. Measure your progress. Imagine playing a video game without knowing your score. Frustrating, right? Yet many of us approach our goals this way, with no way to track progress. Research from Harvard Business Review shows that tracking progress boosts motivation. Create a system to measure your efforts, a journal, a spreadsheet, or even an app. Celebrate small wins along the way. They're the fuel that keeps you going. Step 7. Fail faster, learn quicker. Fear of failure paralyzes more dreams than failure ever could. But here's the truth. Failure is your best teacher. Consider Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each misstep brought him closer to inventing the light bulb. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your approach, and move forward. Step 8. Surround yourself with the right people. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. This adage holds more weight than you might think. Jim Rohn, a personal development legend, said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Your environment shapes you. Surround yourself with people who uplift, challenge, and inspire you. If you're struggling to find such people in real life, turn to books, podcasts, or online communities. Inspiration is just a click away. Step 9. Manage your energy, not just your time. Time management gets all the glory, but energy management is the unsung hero of productivity. After all, what good is 24 hours if you're too drained to use them effectively? In The Power of Full Engagement, authors Jim Lohr and Tony Schwartz explain that managing energy through proper sleep, nutrition, exercise, and mental breaks is crucial for peak performance. Think of yourself as a high-performance car. You wouldn't run it on empty, so why run yourself that way? Step 10. Visualize the finish line. Visualization isn't just fluff. It's backed by science. Studies on athletes show that mentally rehearsing success activates the same brain regions as physically practicing. Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps famously visualized every race in vivid detail before hitting the pool. It wasn't just about seeing the victory. It was about preparing for setbacks and visualizing how to overcome them. Spend 5 minutes daily visualizing your goal achieved. Feel the emotions, see the details, and make it real in your mind. Step 11. Take radical ownership. At the end of the day, success or failure rests on one thing: your choices. Jocko Willink, in his book Extreme Ownership, emphasizes the importance of taking full responsibility for your life. Stop blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck. The moment you own your situation, you regain control over your destiny. Final thought. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Life will never present the perfect moment to start. There will always be obstacles, doubts, and fears. But as the ancient Chinese proverb goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Start today. Start messy. Just start. A challenge for you. Right now, write down one goal you've been putting off. Then, write the first small step you'll take today. Don't overthink it. Action beats perfection every time. Because here's the truth. The years will pass anyway. The question is, will you let them slip away? Or will you take control and make them count? Your future self is watching. Make them proud.